Now then, crew, how are we? I hope you're all well. I hope you're all blessed. I hope you've enjoyed the sun yesterday. It was sunny up in Doncaster parts, up in Yorkshire. A lot of people were out drinking. The gym was pretty empty today, as people was making the most of the best weather yesterday. Can't blame them. If I want in training, I'd be doing the same. So, yeah. I often get asked, guys, if you remember, guys, when we talked about other week, and I said we'll talk about some true crime content about, obviously, things I've done and things I've witnessed in prison and things, what's led me up to a jail sentence, and things what I've seen with actual my own eyes, with names, locations, times, so everything's nailed on and plenty of witnesses, guys, for everyone to scrutinise. You know what I mean? Which everyone deserves the right to. Yeah, most of the questions I get asked, what's the most craziest fight I've seen in prison? Yeah, I get asked that one a lot. You know what I mean? Well, I'd say the most brutalest thing I've seen in jail is obviously someone who I've emmed and someone who I've killed. Basically, it was in Deerbolt. Deerbolt, when I was in Deerbolt, was YO jail. I told you. I was in there in the gym. Me and Michael Ferry was training there together. I got into a couple of fights in the gym there myself. Witnessed. Won the fights. But I'd say was in the gym showers one time when a kid from Sheffield, one of my pals, CJ, he's just been in Lincoln jail with me anyway on this sentence. He's back in on a serious charge. He was having it with a kid who I know, one of my other pals from Leeds, Billy Kirby. He's a good kid. They went in the showers, and obviously me and Ferry and them, we all watched Fair Play and what have you when they was having a fight at first. Now, CJ won't mind me saying this, as we've talked about before in Lincoln, Billy Kirby was getting the better of CJ. CJ, stocky, mixed race fella, shaved head, rough and ready, but a very, very dangerous knife man. He's had multiple years, always added on in jail for slashing, stabbings and what have you. So yeah, Billy started beating him with straight hands. He couldn't get past his straight shots. They were too small. Billy was a tall fella who was landing well. And anyway, kid, it ended up getting broken up to say, like, obviously, it was no match. He got beat that day. And then all of a sudden, when Billy turned around, thought it was over, that was agreed, we were shaking hands. CJ produced a large double-edged shank, yeah? Now, a double-edged shank, guys, if you're not aware, in jail, what happens is, usually you make your most shanks out of any metals, toothbrushes with razors stuck in and melted in. But if you really want to be a real nasty bastard, yeah, obviously when you get striped or whatever down here, it's easy to glue and it's easy to stitch at the jail healthcare. They practically got it covered in no time, unless you hit an artery, obviously. But yeah, he obviously had a double-edged razor blades into the toothbrush. Now, a few kids witnessed him pulling out of his pants when the fight was over, but obviously the kid was in for stabbing anyway, so everyone was a bit shook going near him in case they got whipped down the face with a double edger. And he's come behind Billy, and Billy's not seen it coming. He's put the double-edged razor here, so say, like, you got my scar, what goes down here through my jugular from my chin to my neck. Well, his was horizontal here, across there with a double-edged zzz. And all of a sudden, I just witnessed it with my own eyes, the gargle. And when you see that, when someone's throat gets slit there, obviously, I survived my stab wound to the neck, the jugular. I had to put my hand in my neck and hold on to my own main artery and hold on to it before I got airlifted to Sheffield Northern General. I lost about 7 pints of blood and I held on to it. I thought, nah, it's not happening to me, I'm not dying. You know what I mean? I'll fight to the end, not my time, God's will. But it's easy, it's no joke, guys. People easily lose their lives. You know what I mean? Only takes one nick of a blade in the wrong place in an artery, femoral artery, jugular, and you watch them bleed out. But anyway, let's get back to the point. And as it ripped open, I heard the gargle, and listen, I'm telling you now,
No matter how much of an hardcore convict you think you are, where you think you can handle blood, when you're watching a man gargle and the fear in his eyes, he's going to fucking die. You know what I mean, yeah? You'll soon realise what you're made of, you get me? If you're about that life or if you're not about that life, trust me. As he's gargling on his own blood, choking, obviously, we ran, grabbed CJ, fucking a few of us rammed him to the wall, took the shank off him, snapped the fucking shank. By the time then it was on top with the screws anyway. One at Jim Orderly's obviously shouted to the screws, the fucking ran him. And in Deerbolt jail, guys, they're all up in Barnard Castle, County Durham. They're usually ex-military screws. I'm sorry, ex-military personnel, what's turned into screws later on in years. That's why a lot of them are in the 40s and all that. But they're all hard on discipline there. If anyone's been to Deerbolt back in the day, we're talking, I'm 30 now, so talking 12 years ago, you know what I'm on about. A few of the boys were in there, Jim Bob from Durham. What's happening, Jim Bob? Ponytail fella here with good stuff. A few kids from Paul Venice's way was in there with me as well, from Middlesbrough. One lad's dead now, Begley, and other fella Rushby, he was in there with me. So happening, lads. But yeah, that was a bad scene, gargling on his own blood, pools of blood. We helped him out, put pressure on his neck, and then boom, the air ambulance landed in the jail grounds, got him gone and got his neck all resurged up, but very lucky to be alive, to be fair with you. But so yeah, as far as like crazy mad fights go and violence in probably jail was probably that, to be fair with you. Yeah, so the double edgers, guys, obviously when you, like I said, when you get slit, it's easy to fix, but when it's double edged, it's that close together, you can't stitch or glue. So it has to be done by a proper, really good surgeon, yeah, or they clamp the skin together and staple it up. You know what I mean? But either way, it's a nasty wound when it's that way across. But yeah, I'm pals with both the kids, CJ and Billy Kirby. And now even they look back on it, even CJ says, "Oh, I wish I never did that. I wish I never did it." I think he got something like 7-8 years added onto his sentence from attempt murder, dropped to section 18. But yeah, it's not worth it, guys. It's crazy. You know, when I bumped into lads who I was in prison with on YO's days, and then you meet them now on the cons like that. Yeah, you can see how a lot of these people have had bad lives, troubled lives, and a lot of them, man, some of them just like take the risk. But it's crazy. You know what I mean? Hearing stories, what lives have lived. Now, another kid who he was in Deerbolt with me same time when it happened, from Leeds, Little London, Benji Mills, one of my pals. He's now been life sentenced off. You know what I mean? There's that many people who was on the YOs with me back in the day and now full lifers doing 35x, 36x. Dozens, literally dozens. It's not big or not clever, guys. Stay out of them jail walls. Get your mind into something, get into work. You know what I mean? It's not worth it. I promise you. You know what I mean? Keep your heads down, get into it. Now, my happy space is obviously I'm back on my feet now training. So, yeah. Anyway, guys, I thought I'd share that story with you. I'd say that one in HMP DEERBOLT, yeah, was probably the most vicious attack I've seen when I've been in jail. I hope everyone's well out there. I've been watching everyone's content and what have you. Also, another PS point on the shadows where I've seen him where he's... you never know with Shadow if he's taking a piss or not, but on about ripping people off for the PPV money. Now, if you're doing that, if you're ripping people off for the PPV money and paying them, not fighting, and you're, listen, Shadow, me and Shadow are alright terms, but you're a fucking straight scumbag. You know what I mean? People's out there fucking putting their hard work money in watching this and you're calling them out of that. No one will ever pay to watch you have PPV again, man. What's the fucking crack? You know what I'm saying? You don't do shit like that. I mean, you got a bad name for yourself now, you won't be able to shake it off. I mean, that's what you get. But anyway, guys, I thought I'd just stick my little piece in that, and it's still on. If Shadow wants to fair play with Andy Bomber, I can bring him into Ireland. At least, you know, guarantee, guys, if I'm bringing someone, you know 100% it's fighting. So I'm not going to rest till the job gets done. Do you know what I'm saying? Even though it's not my territory, not my yard, but I come there with all respect to just watch fair fight, innit? And just a bit of good content for you guys on here, do you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, guys, you see them all on the pages, members only, members only. Buy me a coffee here, buy me a coffee there. You don't see me doing all that shit, members only, buy me a coffee, donations. Fucking begging like that. I do it for the love of the people and me. You know what I mean? I just fucking love this shit. Peace out, guys. Take it easy. God bless you all. And have a wonderful time on this beautiful Monday. Love.